Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. So today we're going to be going through our normal set of exercises. I shouldn't really say normal, but traditional Pilates exercises. And we will incorporate the ring with some of those as well. So we'll do upper body, core, and lower body with the ring today. But for right now, just have that to the side. And we're going to go ahead and get into our opening. So just find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. And you want to try and sit nice and tall. So if you need to sit up on a folded blanket or a pillow, you can do that. So you want to think about ears, shoulders, and hips in alignment. But no, we don't want to also be so rigid that, we lose the curvature of the low spine. So you still want to keep that. Zip up from pubic bone behind the navel. I'm just going to let my hands rest right here on my knees. Good. Big inhale. Take the chin to the chest. Good. And coming that back up. And with the breath, we'll take the chin and the gaze for the ceiling and the wall meet. And back to center. Good. I'm going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. And then maybe from here, I start to take that chin down a little bit. And then maybe back up. So if you feel the sweet spot here, or keeping your ear at the shoulder is a better place for you, then find that. Good. Now from here, I am going to take this ear back to the shoulder. My other hand, so since you know what tall spine is, I'll turn back this way, is going to walk out to the side. That might be it for some of you. Maybe extending long might give you what you need. Maybe right hand comes up. So there's no pulling or tugging. It's just resting there. And then we'll release and come back center. Left ear, left shoulder. And then again, you can stay here. You can start to move. Yeah, just thinking about going to the corners. Good, and then maybe hanging out here. You can take fingertips down. You can walk them out. You can take that arm long, and maybe other hand comes up and rest right above that ear. Yeah, just letting gravity do the work. So there's no pulling or tugging. And coming back up. Good. From here, let's take a big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, let's take a side bend to the left. Good. Trying to keep shoulder and hip in alignment. Your hip bones are grounded. And then we'll move through center and then just take that to the other side. And then moving through center, taking it over. Now this time you've got options. You can stay here. You can choose to open towards the ceiling, or a C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee but not touching, belly button into the spine. Breathe and expand that rib cage. Good. Inhale and lengthen, and we'll take that back. Take that all the way over to the other side. Good. Shoulders and hips are grounded and in alignment. I shouldn't say shoulders are grounded, but shoulders are in alignment with the hips, and the hips are grounded. Good. Now you can stay here. You can choose to open, or a little C curve roll, forehead in the direction of the knee but not touching. Breathe and expand. Good. Inhale and lengthen and come up. Big inhale and reach. Let's take a gentle twist to the left. Arms will come down. Roll the shoulders back, maybe looking a little bit more behind you. Keep your shoulders back in their pockets, so try not to let them move forward. So this is also a little bit of a neck stretch through here as well. And we'll lift, come back center, inhale, exhale. Let's rotate to the other side, rolling those shoulders back, looking behind us. And we'll come up and come back. Good. From here, I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to clasp, press away and round. Good. Now we'll take that deeper. So if you've got a ring, take your hands on the inside of the ring. I'll show it to you this way. Good. Press a little bit into the ring. You've got a little bit of a bend in the elbows here. Good. Now just deepen that stretch. And then release. You can place your ring right here. Maybe hands come here. Maybe they clasp. Maybe they press away, rolling the shoulders back and lift. Find another little stretchy here. Good. And then when you're ready, release, roll those shoulders around. And we're going to come onto our backs. Now, I'm just going to put the ring to the side. And so as we come to our backs, with bent knees or long legs, let's do that through a roll down. So nice and tall, deep C curve scoop, rolling that down with as much control as possible. Good. And then when you come down there, just put a bend in the knees. Good. So we're going to continue to warm up our core and our low back here. And I'm going to recommend that you kind of wiggle, 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 kind of get settled in, and then find your safe neutral. So tailbone is heavy and connected. Hip bones and the pubic bone are in the same plane, so you don't have one that's higher or lower than the other. Low rib cage should also be heavy and connected. Let's roll the shoulders back a little bit so we've got a nice wide collarbone. Good. Now, zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel, belly button into the spine. I'm going to rock that pelvis back. So I'm taking the pubic bone towards the face. I'm closing any space that the low back might have in neutral. So here's your posterior tilt. And then I'm going to let that spine come back through neutral and rock it forward. Hip bones come forward, maybe making a bigger gap in that low back. There's your anterior tilt. So we're going to move through that. So taking it into posterior and curl, belly button in tight, and anterior and posterior and anterior and posterior and anterior. Now come back to neutral for a moment. We're going to go into pelvic clocks. So think about your belly button being 12 o'clock. Your left side is your 3 o'clock. Your pubic bone is your 6 o'clock, and your right side is your 9 o'clock. So remember, this is nice and tight and controlled. You should feel this very deeply right below the navel if you're properly engaged. This is not a big circle or dance here. It should feel like or look like that you're barely moving, even though you know that you're moving. Okay, so zip up. We're nice and tight. I'm rolling my shoulders back. I'm just taking my arms to the side so you can see my pelvis just a little bit better. So starting from neutral, big inhale. Exhale, take that to 12. And take it 6 and 12 and 6 and 12. Here we go. Take it to 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Pause. Breathe if you held your breath there. Good. And from here, we're going to reverse that. From the 12, take it to 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12. 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. Rock, rock, rock. Let the head and neck rock with you. All right, from here, when you're ready, let's carefully turn over. So I'm just going to turn over onto my right side because that's the side that faces the camera right now. So we're going to come into a little bit of pinwheel and openings here. So belly button is in tight, knees are stacked. I'm going to take my left hand right on top of my right, and both arms are straight out from my shoulders here. Your head probably will not touch the ground. So this is also a little bit of neck strengthening work. So from here, my top hand, I'm going to let that drag on the floor. I'm keeping my gaze on that hand as much as I can, and I'm going to open, feeling the stretch, and then coming back and close. And again, we'll open. Good. And come back and close. From here, hands are stacked. We're going to open up towards the ceiling. So we're going to open and take it to the side. Hopefully you don't have a wall in your way. And close. And open and close. From here, when you're ready, come back onto your back. Good. And we'll take that to the other side. So from here, and I actually will turn the opposite way just so you can see. I'm just going to move out of the way here. Good. So arms are straight out from the shoulders. Good. Belly button is in. Knees are stacked. Good. We're drawing that semicircle, coming back and open. Good. And coming back and close. Trace that semicircle, coming back and open and close. Belly button is in here because we're going to rotation. From here, when you're ready, opening to the ceiling, all the way back if you can, and close. Good. Opening up. This feels so good. And close. Good. When you're ready, now that we're a little bit more open, come onto your back. Good. Have your ring close by. We're going to incorporate that into some of our bridges. So from here, rolling the shoulders back, hips, knees, and toes are tracking. Heels are not too close or too far away. And when you're ready, finding neutral spine, belly button in. Good. Press into the feet, lift the hips up. As I lift the hips up, I'm really pressing my hands, my elbows, my arms, my shoulders into that mat. So I'm nice and engaged here. And I'm lowering that back down. You can take that again, or this time rock the pelvis back, peeling up one vertebrae at a time, coming into the bridge. And starting from the mid back, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Good, let's add on again. Either one of those. This time when you lift, arms are going to lift with you. Maybe they come back behind. And we'll reach as we lower. And rocking it back, taking it back. And reach as we lower. One more time. And taking it back. And reach. Good. From here, when you're ready, grab that ring. We're going to stick our feet and legs on the inside. Now, if you can take it, and this all depends on different size bodies. If you can take this ring up above the knees, that's where I want you to be. I don't want you to be on your knee joints because your knees won't like that. If that's not possible for you, come right below the knee. Okay? So be where you need to be here to be comfortable. Good. So this time, we're going to do a few little things here. Remember, this action is from the hip. The action is not from the knee. Okay, so from the hip, that's when you want to press into the ring. So from here, when you're ready, firm into the feet. We're going to, nice and tight through the belly button, we're going to press. So we're going to press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now from here, arms and bottom will lift. Yes, we've still got that engagement. Keep it there. And again, from the hips, press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Taking that back down. And again, while we're lowered, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll lift it up. Take it to your limit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And taking that back down. Now, this time, take the feet out of there. We're going to take it on the outside. Everybody's going to be right in the center of the shin here. Okay. Good. Now, the exception to that, if you've got, so this is I guess, a quote unquote regular size ring. There are smaller sizes. If you've got a smaller size, you might be able to fit that between the thighs. A lot of that also has to do with how we're shaped. And you might have to kind of move this around if it's touching certain places uncomfortably as well. So just kind of be mindful of that. But we don't want to be on the knee joint. We don't want to be on the ankle joint. So from here, again, from the hips, we're going to press in. Think about thigh master. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press in there. Good. Lift up into that bridge. And then from here, again, belly button in nice and tight. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking that down. Here we go again. Press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting it up. And when you're ready, press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking that down. Woo! Those can be tough. Remove that ring. Put that to the side for a moment. Take the knees into the chest. Rock, rock, side to side. All right. We're going to go into our hundreds from here. You can always do this with or without the ring. Good. So if you need to keep your feet grounded today, maybe you've got some back issues or something, this is where I recommend to start. Arms will come up here. This will be yours. Next level, knees are in tabletop. You can have legs up to the ceiling, or you can be in the long diagonal line. The lower you go, the harder it is, but not at the expense of safe neutral. You want to bring some legs in here. Good. If you take your legs on the inside of the ring, good. Whether your knees are bent or long, you're going to work the outside here. If you've got the ring on the inside, you're going to work the inner thigh. So if you're going to use the ring, be where you need to be it. And then from here, I'm going to start with my legs in tabletop. My arms are going to come up, zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. Big inhale, exhale, see, curve it up. Take it where you're going to take it. Strong and long from fingertips to shoulders. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Exhale, take that down. Woo! Remove that ring. Wiggle, 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 side to side. Woo! All right. So coming in a series of 5, we can release the ring for right now, going into a single leg stretch, knees and tabletop. From here, big inhale. Exhale, C, curve it up. I'm going to take my right knee in. My left hand is to the knee. My right hand is to that right ankle. And my left leg is long and a hover. Hips stay grounded, no rotation. And we switch. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Woo! Taking that down. Legs up. While we're here, let's just point and flex to the feet. Just a little bit of footwork. Good. And roll those ankles in one direction and the other. Good. And then let's spread those toes wide and squeeze them together a few times. We forget about our toes, but those little toe joints are so important as we age to help us with balance. Toes help us with walking. Very important to keep them supple. So from here, inhale, exhale, I'm going to see curve up. I'm going to take hands behind that left leg somewhere. Right leg long. My leg is long. Yours might not be. You do what you can. And here we go. And pull. Switch. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Woo, bring that down. Double leg stretch. This one, we're going to use the ring. You can use this between the legs if you want to. We're going to do that with double leg stretch. But for this one, we're going to use this as a little bit more engagement to reach. So this is to engage you to reach a little bit more over the knees and reach a little bit more behind you. Okay, so kind of find a grip, kind of like this. Good. So from here, big inhale, exhale, find your C curve, find your reach. Good. And inhale, lengthen, exhale. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Woo. Taking that down. Good. Double straight leg stretch. You have options. Again, be where you want to work. So if you want to work the outside here, legs are in the inside of the ring. You want to work the inner thigh, be on the outside of the ring. Hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out away from the body here. Now, if you don't have a ring, remember, legs are just going to come together. So from here, an upper body can be lowered, or you can be in C curve. That'll be harder. Inhale, exhale, take it where you're going to take it. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, woo, and 9 and 10. Now, take that up, lower the upper body. Good. So if you don't have a ring, that's okay. You just won't go out as far, but you can still do your beats. So that's what we're going to go through here. So we're going to press, lower a little bit, press, little bit, press, a little bit more, press, a little bit higher, press, a little higher, press, up to center, press. One more time, press, other direction, press. Bend those knees or move that ring. Woo! All right. Going into more traditional crisscross here. Remember, those of you with beginners or need something a little bit easier, your feet are going to stay on the ground and you're just going to work the upper body. Everyone else follow me, knees and tabletop. Hands behind the head, elbows out wide. We lead with the shoulder, not with the elbow. Keep the elbows wide, really rotate. Hips will stay grounded. Big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to rotate towards my right and switch. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Woo! Taking that down, wiggle. Okay, before we go to the next thing, I'm just going to move my ring out of the way here. We're going to come to a twist, take the arms out to the side, knees and tabletop. Let those knees come over to the right. Maybe look to the left. Breathe and expand. Now, when you're ready, we'll come back in the center. One leg at a time, or using your abdominals, taking those knees over to the left, looking towards the right. Breathe and expand. Good. And then when you're ready, one leg at a time, or using your abs, we're going to come back in the center. We're going to stretch here before we go to our next series because I think it'll make it a lot better. So let's take our ring, and we're going to take that ball of the foot right into that handle. Your other leg can be bent or long, be where you need to be. And then from here, let's just kind of gently tug in and then release. We'll do that one more time. Gentle tug in and release. This time you can pull it all the way in, keeping length from crown to tail. So always a little bit of a bend in the knee here. We don't want it to be locked, but some of you will be more bent than others. And remember, if you need more, you can always maybe take the forearms under here. You can press that heel towards the ceiling for a deeper stretch in the backside and the calf. Always do what's appropriate for your body. So remember, pain, numbness, tingling, burning, never normal sensations. So if we feel any of those, we want to back off. Good. And we'll release. We're going to take that leg out to the side. So you can have a hand under there. You can have an arm under there. Wherever it is you need to be. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. Taking that right leg out to the right. And you can hang out there. You can tug in towards that right shoulder. Now, while we're here, maybe you can take that left leg long, right leg long behind you and reach from right fingertips to, or that's wrong, left fingertips to left heel. And coming back in. Good. From here, good. Switching hands. I'm going to keep my left leg long. My right arm's going to come to the side and find your sweet spot. So for some people, that means you've got to bring that leg in closer to the face before you take it over. For other people, it means you need to let that leg come closer to the foot before taking it over. Other people are in dead center. So find your sweet spot where you need it. And you can have a long leg or a bend in the knee. Always different things for different people. Also different things for all of us, because some of us, like myself, are different day to day, moment to moment. And then from here, we'll take that back in. Good. And release. We're going to take that right into the other side. Good. So take your left foot up here. Ball of the foot will come right into the handle. And when you're ready, good. We're just going to bring it in a little bit and release. And in a little bit and release. And then we'll pull it in, keeping softness in that knee. Remember, you can have two hands on that ring. Maybe the arms can go under there. So this is my tighter side today. That's not going to work over here. So I'm just going to be here. And our sides are always different too. Maybe pressing that heel towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, we'll release. Good. We'll take that leg out to the side. You can hang out there. You can tug in towards the shoulder. Maybe you want to take your right arm behind you, left leg long in front of you. And I probably said that wrong again. Right leg long. I'm blaming COVID, not COVID fatigue, but COVID fog. So opposite of the leg that you have in the ring. Reach that arm from fingertips to heel. You know what I meant. When you're ready, we'll release out of there again. That leg will stay long or come long if you still had it bent. Switching the hands. Find your sweet spot on this side. Everybody looks a little bit different here. Good. And when you're ready, we'll release. Place that ring to the side. So we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg lever lifts here. So again, kind of get a little situated. Good. Arms and legs are going to come long, rather. They're going to be low and long. Arms are long behind you. From here, pick up left leg, right arm. You probably won't touch here. And release. And other side. And release. And other side. And release. And other side. And release. If this is enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, we're going to pick it up. So I'm going to reach, maybe touch. And reach, maybe touch. A little bit of rotation here. And reach and touch. And again. And again. Woo, aren't you glad we stretched before we did these? And reach. And reach. And reach. Now, arms and legs to the ceiling. Reach, 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 reach. Keep going. Reach, 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 reach. Good. And bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. From here, when you're ready, we're going to roll like a ball. If that's not for you, roll over to your side and come to a seat. Good. I'm just going to cross my ankles here. And I'm going to roll like a ball, and I'm going to take a few times. And maybe you can come up and find a balance. So we'll all find a Bodhi balance here. Now, you can hang out here. You can find an open leg rocker position. You can hang out here, or you can rock with me. So we'll come back. One, come back up and balance. Woo! Maybe not overcompensating. And 2. And 3. And 4. and 5. Hold that balance. Hold the balance. Lengthen that spine. Woo! Bend the knees. Take the legs long. Let's come into a forward fold. Good. So from here, going into Saw series. And again, I'm going to move this ring out of the way here. I'm going to turn and face you for these. Good. So you want your legs to be a little bit wider than hip width apart, or about mat width apart if you're on a mat. Arms are out to the side. From here, let's get another side bend over. So really reach to the side body, really press that opposite hip. Think about really squeezing that hip bone and rib cage together. And then we'll come back and we'll take that to the other side. Good. So it's a stretch and a crunch. Good. Take it over. Stretch and a crunch. And over. Stretch and crunch. One more time each side. Stretch and crunch. And stretch and crunch. Good. From here, hands behind the head. We're going to rotate. Hips do not move. Going to the left and to the right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. Take the arms down. So this time, just move a little closer. Good. This time, we're going to do that with a pulse. But remember, your arms are like a rod. So when we pulse, they're moving together, and we pulse, pulse. It's from the torso. It's not pulse, pulse with the arms. So watch me again here when I go to the other side. So it's a pulse, pulse with the torso. Other side. Pulse, pulse, torso. Make your abs work. Pulse, pulse, torso. Good. Center. 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 Relax for a moment. And we're going to put all that together. Actually, let's come to spine stretch forward. That'll make this feel a little bit better too. So we're nice and tall. Deep C curve scoop as I round. It's not a hinge from the hips. Ears and biceps will come in alignment. And then from the tailbone, you're going to stack one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way back up. And we'll take that again. Nice deep C curve scoop. And stacking back up one more time. And coming up. Now we'll take that into saw. So we're going to do this 3 times to each side, or 6 times total, however you want to work that out in your mind. So from here we go. We're going to rotate and round and lift and rotate and round and lift. I think this is the last time through. Good. And come up and relax. All right. From here, you can sit however you want to sit. We're going to bring the ring back in. We're going to do some upper body while we're seated here. So from here, I'm going to take that ring into the side. My elbows are out to the side. Think about the handles being right along the breast line here. And so then from here, I'm going to engage my abs as I press in. Remember, the goal is not, even though some of you might be able to, the goal is not touching these 2 sides together. You want to touch it where you feel the challenge and then release. So we're going to go for 8. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, equal pressure both sides, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Take that more forward. Good, but you've still got a micro bend in the elbows here. From here, we'll go again. So we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll bring it in here. So I'll show you this from this view just so you can see it better. So your elbows are in tight towards the body. Good. And you've got your ring here and your forearms are parallel to the floor. So this is internal rotation on both sides. So from here, we'll press in and we'll go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, get back situated here. Take it up overhead into halo. Elbows are bent a little bit. Watch where your ring is. Good. And then when you're ready, good, we're going to press 8, 7, exhale on the press, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. From here, take this ring straight out from the hip. Good. And then we're just going to bring it in just a little bit. So it's a slight angle. And then from here, again, nice and tall, we lift. Hips stay grounded. We're going to press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll take that right over to the other side. So start straight out and then take that into just a slight angle. And then when you're ready, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, when you're ready, we're going to take this into side series. So I'm just going to go ahead and come onto my left side. And we're going to take this ring and we're going to take it underneath that bottom leg. So it should be everybody's left leg here if you're on the left side. You want it to be up from the ankle. So you don't want to be on the ankle joint. That will be very painful. And then from here, good, we're just going to take that right leg on top. Good. Now don't press into it yet. You've got a couple other options here too. Being up on the forearm with the supported shoulder and supported waist, supported torso, it's going to be more challenging. Being down here, it's going to be less challenging. This is where I'm going to be, because that's where my shoulder wants me to be. But roll onto the side. So you want a nice stack on the hip bone. You don't want to be back here on the glute. Okay, so this hand can be up here again for more challenge and balance, or it can be down here. Hips, knees, and toes are facing forward. Good. From the hip, good. We're going to press in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press hold and release. Getting into some hip rotation here. So the ring is your guide. You want to try and clear it each time. So as I come forward, I'm going to take my heel. So this gives me external rotation. When I come back, I'm going to take my toe behind. That gives me internal rotation. Watch the hips. Hips are not swinging wildly. The rotation is in the socket. And so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. From here, bring that leg on the inside. Good. Now we're going to press that leg up. So from here, when you're ready, good. We're going to press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press hold and release. Going into bananas. You can take your arms wherever it is that you can feel challenged. And from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just 6 here. When you're ready, bend in that top leg. Good. Use your feet to bring you that ring. Now from here for a moment, before we move on, you can bend your knees, grab that top ankle. Good. Let the knee and the leg settle down. Good. Now take that back, just finding your quad stretch. And then from here, when you're ready, we'll release without slingshotting. We're going to come onto the belly, grab your ring. Good. We're going to get some lat presses here. So we're still working the back. So you're going to be about hip width apart. Your ring is going to be forward in front of you. Your hands are going to be on the top of the handle. Now, remember, we're not pressing in here yet. So you want to be able to lift enough into extension to where you're not already pressing down. Relaxing through the shoulders, belly button is in. And when you're ready, we're going to press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, hold. Release. Here we go. Second set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, hold. Good. And when you're ready in the way that's best for you, we're going to take that onto the right side now for right side series. So now your left leg being the bottom leg, if it is, it's going to come on the inside of that ring. Remember, it's coming up from the ankle. Your other leg is going to come on top. And remember your options. You can be up here and being lifted if you're ready for that, or you can follow me down here. We want to be on the hip bone, that back on the glute. Arm can be up or down here. Find where you need. Good. Hips, knees, and toes are facing forward. When you're ready, we're going to press 8, 7. Pressure comes from the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press, hold. Good. Here's internal and external. So remember, keep it all in the hip. So we've got 1, 2, heel to the front, toe to the back. 3, 4, use your core for stability. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Whew. Bring that leg on the inside. Good. We're going to press that leg up into the ring. When you're ready, here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, hold. Good. From here, when you're ready, going into that bananas. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Woo! Bending in that knee, you can release the ring. Not always graceful, but release the ring. Bend those knees. Good. Grab that ankle of that top leg. Good. Let everything kind of come in and settle down. And then taking that behind you, finding that quad stretch there. And then when you're ready, coming back onto the belly. Good. So we're done with the ring for right now. Good. So we'll just come back onto the belly. Good. Taking your arms long in front of you. Palms can face down or face each other. That's going to be your personal preference. Legs are about hip width apart and belly button is in. So from here, going into swimming, I'm going to lift right arm, left leg. I'm squeezing that glute. I'm squeezing into that shoulder and lowering. Opposite side. And lower and lift. Now, if you want this muscular engagement, you can stay here. If you want a little bit more balance and control challenge, you can lift up and you're trying to balance basically on your pelvis. Not that your glutes and things aren't engaged, they are, but it's a different kind of challenge than doing that slow one side at a time. And when you're ready, we'll lower that down, wiggle, 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 and recover. We're going to take the hands a little bit forward into the side of the shoulders. We're just going to do basic swan. So I'm going to come all the way up into high swan, but you stop at the height that you need to. We'll do this 6 times, rolling shoulders back. Belly button is in. Big inhale, exhale, and press 1 and lower that down. Press 2. Careful not to crunch the back. Press 3. Press 4. Press 5. Press 6. And take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands under the shoulders, press back, take a child's pose. Good. When you're ready, finding a seat. Good. We're going to come back onto our backs. We're going to come to some figure 4. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to cross my right ankle over the left knee. For some of you, this might be the end of your journey on this side. Otherwise, maybe you bring that in deeper to the chest and rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. And then we'll release. Take your hand to the outside of that toe or foot, and we're going to come to a half happy baby here, which is a little bit yoga, but it just does feel good. And it's a little bit easier when you do one side at a time versus both. And then when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So now left ankle crosses over right knee. Maybe you press in and stay here. Maybe you bring that in towards the face. A little rocking from side to side. Good. And then those of you that want to try it, good. Taking a toe or a foot, good. Take it up towards the ceiling, pulling that down, half happy baby on this side. All right, we're going to release. Good. From here, crossing at the ankles or rolling over to your side, coming to a seat. Find rolling like a ball again. Rolling all the way up, taking it all the way forward. Good. So some of you are going to keep knees grounded here. We're going to go into some planks and push-ups and side planks and scoops. But from here, find the plank that's appropriate for you. So are you here or are you up here? Good. So find your plank, find good form. Here we are, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees for a moment. Little child's pose, little decompression. We're going to go into push-ups. I'm going to let you choose your push-ups here. So remember, elbows come straight back for tricep push-up. They come out to the side for more of a chest push-up, which is what I'm going to do. So I like to turn fingers, elbows, shoulders inward a little bit here. So when you're ready, knees grounded or lifted into that plank, you find yours. We're just going to do 5. So remember, halfway down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop that down. Child's pose. All right. Coming into side planks here. So different things for different people. Good. So I'm going to start balancing on my left side first. So some of you might need to have your knee down. This might be your side plank. This might be your side plank. This might be your scoop. If you're going to scoop from here, I recommend tapping the foot down with your scoop. Okay. Others are going to come here. Others are going to be in a perfect stack. Now I'm going to be here. So you can hang out here or scoop with me. I'm going to hinge the hips. I'm going to reach and come back. And hinge and reach and come back. hinge and reach, and come back, hinge and reach, and come back. Taking that down. Good. As I take this down, I'm going to keep my feet over towards the side, going right into mermaids before we do this on the other side. So from here, big inhale, exhale, taking it over, and take it over here. Good. And taking it over, and come back, and taking it over, and come back. Great job. From here, when you're ready, I'm just going to slide those feet back around. Good. So side planking, scooping, whatever it is that you need to do on this right side. Remember, knee can always be grounded. You can have this leg lowered or lifted. Find your side plank, knowing where you're going to go, knowing you can always just stay in the plank. And then from here, if you're going to scoop with me, good, we're going to hinge and reach and come back plank. Hinge and reach, come back plank. Hinge and reach, come back plank. Hinge and reach, come back plank. Let's just do one more. Hinge and reach, and come back plank. Take that down. Good. Setting up for mermaids on this side. So big inhale, exhale, taking it over, and other side. And over, and other side. And over, and other side. And over, and other side. Good. From here, coming back to a comfortable seat. Good. Let's go back into our neck stretches again to end. Taking the chin to the chest. We're in a nice tall spine. Coming back up. Taking chin and gaze for your ceiling while meet. And coming back. From here, left ear, left shoulder. You can stay here, walking out those fingertips, extending that arm long, or taking that hand up. Good. Letting gravity give you that stretch. Coming back up here, hands to the ground, sternum and shoulders stay forward. Turn to the right. And coming back center. From here, right ear, right shoulder. Staying here, you can walk out the left fingertips. You can take that arm long, or maybe this hand comes up. And coming back center, sternum and shoulders stay forward, turn to the left. And come back center. Let's take our arms out to the side, palms turning up, hands to the shoulders. Let's just move forward and back a few times. Shoulders, we got in there a lot today with the planks, the push-ups, the ring work. And then from here, just shake it all about. And way to go. You made it through this Pilates mat work class with the ring. I hope you had a great time, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.